Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here, and welcome to another episode of Wizard Watch, where today we take a look at this week's SmackDown, and what a show it was. I've still got goosebumps. That Canadian crowd was just red hot. It made the show, in my opinion. Now, as always, we're going to go through a top 5 pick in no particular order. It's completely randomised. My personal picks from the show. Again, get down in the comment section and share your thoughts and opinions. And as always, it'd be really appreciative if you're going to like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. Now, obviously, being a Bray Wyatt fan, I've got to talk about, first and foremost, the fact that we got a Bray Wyatt segment, and I didn't think we would. I thought we'd have to wait until after the Elimination Chamber, and out of nowhere, Bray Wyatt is issued a challenge to Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar, whoever comes out victorious at the Elimination Chamber. And this was completely random. It all started with Hit Row coming out to the ring, talking trash, the crowd wanting somebody really to deck them. And then just like that, the lights went out. Very fiendish. So take note of that. I don't think it was any coincidence we saw the presentation like that. And then you had Uncle Howdy at one end of the ring, Bray Wyatt the other, and they took out Hit Row. Now, it was really cool because we got a proper close-up, a really clear shot of Uncle Howdy with the earring. That's got to be Bo Dallas, right? We believe that's got to be Bo. And one thing that really stood out to me in what Bray said, now that, you know, kind of he's in control of himself and his family, makes me believe, and I still believe now to this day, this whole Bray Wyatt storyline is being based and built off lies. Uncle Howdy is in Bray's head. Bray is Uncle Howdy. After all, he admitted it himself, and his brother Bo Dallas is essentially doing the bidding for him, and has made it appear like Uncle Howdy, i.e. the physical version of Bo Dallas, has been forcing the darkness out of Bray. But all along, remember, a snake in a cage is just a snake. The world is built on lies. Bray's lying. This has been Bray under control all along. Of course, there could be a swerve, and that could be nonsense. Now, in terms of Bray issuing a challenge, he told either Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley to run. I thought this is quite ironic, because if he goes and faces Brock Lesnar, in a way, Bray Wyatt was the one that ran. Because if you go all the way back to 2016 and Roadblock, Bray Wyatt was supposed to face Brock Lesnar in a one-on-one match. And that actually became a handicap match where he basically fed Luke Harper to Brock Lesnar. Now, Luke Harper actually got quite a bit of offense in that match. It was a pretty decent, short, sharp, powerful match. But of course, Brock Lesnar won. And then we never got the match we wanted, really, in Brock Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. And of course, that match all started because at the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar eliminated the Wyatt family members, not Bray. Bray was eliminated by Sheamus and Triple H, I believe. And then the Wyatt family eliminated Brock Lesnar, and that's how that all started. So they've kind of got some history there, and it would make sense. And I love the way that before Uncle Howdy hit the Sister Abigail on tonight's show, it's kind of similar to the way that The Undertaker fed LA Knight to Bray Wyatt in the passing of the torch moment as well. So I couldn't help but notice that. So the little details matter and all that. But what a segment. I loved it. Going to be glued to the Elimination Chamber to see who he picks. I don't mind who he picks, to be honest. Lashley's up for it. Allegedly, that was supposed to be a scheduled match at one point at SummerSlam, I believe, between Bobby Lashley and Bray. Fiend. So bring it on. What a segment. Now, of course, we've got to talk about what the whole show was basically based off. Sami Zayn. And what a moment. We got the Worlds Apart theme back. And I was singing along like the rest of the crowd. And I can't remember a time where you've gone flat out like 5-6 minutes. Superstar stood in the ring and not even needing to say a word because he's so over it. It's unreal. I got to think all the way back to maybe WrestleMania 18 and the Raw after that show when Hogan got that reception. I can't think of, and again, that was in Canada, I believe. I can't think of a reception like that in recent memory. And Sami Zayn deserves it. Clearly overwhelmed, emotional. And I love the way in French, he said something along the lines of, Roman Reigns, listen carefully. Tomorrow night, you're in my effing house. And what a pop he got. Obviously, I didn't work that out. I had to translate that. But nevertheless, glued for Elimination Chamber. Are we going to have Eddie Guerrero vibes? In, of course, when he took out Brock Lesnar at No Way Out in 2004. Is it going to happen? I think there's going to be heartbreak. I've just got this feeling that Jey Uso somehow is going to be there and break all of our hearts, including Sami's. Next up, we got a really cool match between Asuka and Liv Morgan. I think the end result was pretty predictable in Asuka winning, but Liv got some decent offense in. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because this match was really just put in place to hype the Elimination Chamber match. And I love the fact that after the match, Liv Morgan took out Raquel. It's brilliant because you haven't got this dumb baby face. You've got someone that is in it for themselves and wants to win. There's no such thing as teamwork when it comes to the Elimination Chamber. You're in it for you and you only. And I love that. On a comedic side, it did make me chuckle seeing Nikki Cross just like frighten the living daylights out of Wade Barrett, like freak him out really. He's going to have nightmares with Nikki Cross sat on his lap, like creepily like she was. That was hilarious. I love that. And next up, of course, we got a banger of a match, no pun intended. The Banger Brothers, can I even say that? Don't search that in your Google, whatever you do. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus versus the Viking Raiders. And I could watch these fight all day long. But one question I've got, where are the Brawling Brutes? I like that they kept it between, you know, this just tag match and kept it plain and simple. But it's safe to say that Valhalla is pretty pissed. She's not happy about the outcome, so I'll be interested to see how that pans in with the Viking Raiders moving forward. There were some good spots. There was a dodgy spot, I thought, when Sheamus took out Ivar off the top rope. I just cringe when I see two big dudes. I mean, Sheamus is like over 250 pounds. And then you got Ivar like over 300 pounds. And when they're doing moves like that off the top rope, it does scare me a little bit. But it was a cool spot. And of course, the crowd lapped it up nonetheless. I could watch McIntyre and Sheamus fight all day long, to be honest with you. And I'm loving the chemistry that they have. And they're obviously ridiculously over as well as a team. So it's really, really good to see. And finally, we got a pretty decent tag team match where we saw Shotzi and Natalya, of course, getting the hometown reaction in Natalya, versus Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. And being a massive Shotzi fan, it's great to see WWE booking her really well. Now, I know, of course, she took the loss in this match with Ronda Rousey hitting the armbar, but she got a lot of offense in. And they booked her pretty well, I thought, within that match. So hopefully this is good things to come with the booking of Shotzi moving forward. And of course, these are two pretty wicked tag teams as well. I think Shotzi and Natalya gel well together. And of course, understandably, Ronda and Shayna as a tag team, which inevitably, at some point, I swear, they'll split up and then have a singles match. Maybe at SummerSlam or somewhere like that. So I'm all down for it. Like, it was a pretty decent match. And of course, another noteworthy mention, we got Gunther take out Madcap Moss in their IC title match. Now, I didn't put this in my top 5 because I felt it was just going to be a predictable win from Gunther, and quite rightly so. He is so over as well. The crowd absolutely loved him. They were cheering for him, and in this, he's supposed to be the heel against Madcap in the face. Now, hopefully, this will freshen up Madcap moving forward. He just needs a few tweaks to his presentation, and he will be a threat. He will be a force to be reckoned with. I'm sure of it. He's got the rig, you know, he's got the looks, he's got the charisma. You know, he'll be fine. And the fact that he even got a shot for the IC title shows they're booking him more seriously as well. So I wouldn't worry about him. And of course, understandably, Gunther had to be the one to win there. Overall, an awesome go-home show. I'm giving this an A. Honestly, and I think that's the highest rank I've ever given on Wizard Watch. It was a brilliant show. And our eyes are going to be peeled to the Elimination Chamber. I can't wait. Buzzing. Do you think Sami's going to take the W, or do you think it's going to end in heartbreak? Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions. Thanks so much for watching the video. As always, be really appreciative if you're going to like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And we'll catch you in Wizard Watch tomorrow.